So, everybody, I have Heather Thorne with me, not here, but still, it's very good to see you.
Good.
And so we are still kind of stuck in a little bit of a no man's land, kind of a weird situation. But let's talk a little bit about what has been and what will be. How are,
Great.
how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very good. Like we're trying to adapt, I'm sure, as you are.
Yes, it's been an adventure the last couple of months, but I think we're all getting through pretty well here.
Yeah. So you have like several. You wear several hats, right? You're, of course, a musician, a performer. You're a teacher, and you're a band leader. Which we can come back to that, what that means later on. But so how have you adapted to all of these things
Well, technology is wonderful. I'm so
when
grateful
it
that
works?
well, most of the time, yeah. But I often think if it was 20 years ago, I mean, we would have all just been sitting in our houses, recording to cassette tapes, I guess. So I feel fortunate that we have the technology. If something as simple as a MacBook and an iPhone, you can produce a show from home, which is something that I've been doing, some small duo stuff with my bass and guitar playing roommate. We've been giving concerts from the living room to get through and keep the performing element happening. And we were able to keep actually a lot of our gigs that way. We were very fortunate people were willing to let us just go online rather than come there to perform for some of our audiences. And I've been teaching lessons on Zoom and FaceTime and Skype and all of that. And then using the extra time that I would have been driving to get my yoga instructor certification.
Very
So
good. Very good.
keeping
So,
everybody.
and which I'm sure is going to be more and more useful as time and stress progresses. Uh,
Yeah, I'm already using it with my students. Actually, it's been great. They've got a real interest in integrating some yoga practice into their music practice, which is really cool. So, how about you? What have you been doing to adapt?
well, we're also doing a lot of things online, and basically, like for us, it means being able to um, fulfill our mission and to the audience and to the musicians and artists. And so that means for us like extra projects, music, like audio compilations for art, for musicians and for genres, but to help musicians, like we give them the proceeds of that. And same thing, we're coming out in mid-July with a piano anthology and a music audio compilation of the same pieces, so 11 pieces by 11 local composers. So all the money, or most of the money, goes to them. There's costs, of course, with the publishing, but still, I mean, it's compared to what composers typically get. It's a very good deal. Like you get
Yeah.
80% or 85%, depending on which one it is, like you unheard of in the real world. And
Mhm.
so basically we're doing what we can to, and same thing for our education wing, to make sure that we serve our students. And so Hélène was teaching online for a long, long time. She just started like two or 3 days ago doing live lessons again with lots of precautions. But she's basically started with the students who were not equipped, who could not do lessons for all this time. And then she's going to slowly, go with everyone once it's safer to do so. Now we're getting used to the protocols of safety protocols, wearing masks. She has face shields. She disinfects everything: the piano, the door handle, the seats, everything the kids
Mhm.
touch. It's harder with kids. We are starting up tonight. I have a filming of a podcast that has been dormant for a couple of months because of that, or more than a couple of months, 3 months. So we're starting at, but that's just like a host and a guest. It's very small, so we're figuring out ways to keep it safe. And then Friday night, you are coming to the house to play. And again, it's going to be as safe an event as we can make it. So, of course, no live audience. Tell me a little bit about what's coming Friday.
Well, Friday I have my seven-piece band giving
I'm going to
performance.
take notes because I need to prepare myself.
So it's mostly the band that I took to Brazil to play for Festival I Love Jazz in September of 2019, this past fall. So we've been playing together a lot in that configuration, and it's Per Danielson on the piano, Ed Metz on drums, and Greg Zabel on bass, Dave McKenzie and John DePaula on horns. And then Chrissy Vavrick will be singing and doing a new Lindy Hop routine. That's the other thing we did during our quarantine, is we learned a solo Lindy Hop routine that we do together that was choreographed just for us for our show. So we will be premiering our first ever Lindy Hop routine as part of the show, and then she'll sing a couple songs and I'll sing a couple songs. We're doing some newer arrangements that we haven't performed very much, including a transcription of 12th Street Rag of Lionel Hampton plucking on the piano that I'm now doing on the xylophone. Okay. So that's been a big one. That's been a big project for me also over the last couple of months, and trying to get it up to the Lionel Hampton tempo. So that'll be really fun. And we've also got a Red Norvo transcription, and then a lot of really just classic Vivacity tunes, and definitely some things people probably haven't heard before, because the guys always throw things in I don't know they're going to do.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the fun and the charm of this.
It is part of the fun, yeah. And I should mention to you too, we're thinking about, part of the reason I hired the band that I did is, if this goes to my pleasing for myself, for my own playing, we might think about making it a CD.
Okay.
So live from the Timucua House, Vivacity presents,
So I will set it up accordingly. And I because of, we won't be sharing mics and stuff like that, just for safety reasons on top of it. But and then how much room do you need for the Lindy Hop? Because that's a pretty active kind of thing.
It's not a lot. I mean, we've been practicing it here in my music living room rehearsal space. So it's not a lot. I think if we do it, maybe, do we have enough lighting down in front of the stage?
Yeah, we can go down and I'll fix it up. Yeah, I have new lighting. I have control in my office for most of my lighting now. So that's pretty cool, because I can change it as I go and I don't have to go anywhere. So that's good.
We'll have the wives and my parents, couple immediate family that will social distance in the audience, but we're confident that even having like a handful of people to clap will make a difference in the energy in the room, especially if we decide to make it a CD. That'll be helpful. But we won't need all that space for sure. So
it's amazing how few people you need. Like, we just had a voice recital, and it was just the 7 students, and then their parents would come in just for their student.
And nice.
So it was literally like 9 with the t-shirt, 10 people in the whole space, and it didn't feel like that. Like, I had to turn it down when people were clapping. Like, I was like, it's so it's like it was pretty cool. So all you need is a few people to make it, feel live and feel alive.
Yeah, that's what we've got. And I don't want to forget to mention, we have a sponsor for this Friday. Yes. Christensen Financial. I've just refinanced my mortgage with them, and they were amazing to work with. They were so on top of things and very friendly and just quick at making it all happen. So if anyone out there is thinking about refinancing their house, Christensen Financial, they're avid supporters of all live music. In fact, one of the owners is a pretty famous YouTube guy, Sweet Potato Slim. So he also happens to own a mortgage company. So they're trying to do what they can to support musicians right now. So we're very grateful for that. That's helping the show go on. And it's also enabled us to make the decision to donate a portion of our proceeds from our ticket sales, since it is Juneteenth on Friday, the anniversary of the emancipation of slaves, to the United Negro College Fund. Because after speaking with my young people in high school, college age, I had this amazing conversation with them last week about what they think needs to change in the world. And every one of them said education, research, educate yourself, and then of course be kind to one another. And so in dedication to my wonderful students, we're going to make our donation to that very worthy cause, which provides scholarships to African American students with hopes to provide a better future for them.
That's very cool. We're also working on a scholarship scheme, a system.
Cool.
We're working on that, hopefully as soon as possible. And and we're going to have some Juneteenth events all week this week on our Facebook page. So check that out. It's this whole thing. Like, I'm I'm from Canada, right? And so
So
it,
am I.
yeah, and
You know,
it's
it's
just
great.
such a weird, yeah, it's such a weird thing, like for me. Like, I mean, my roommate on tour for, I don't know, I want to say 15 years. Every time I went on tour with the Wild Unit, which was a fusion band, my roommate was Kelsley from Winnipeg, and he's a black trombone player, like a teddy bear, like such a sweet guy. And we talked quite a bit about this kind of stuff. But he's also obviously from Canada, and he went to New York for a while, but he's in Toronto now. So, but it's something that, of course, it's kind of like, women's issues. A lot
Mhm.
of things, a lot of men just, it's just hard to feel until I was stalked for a week, for a whole
Mhm.
week, like
My.
by a guy, like an older guy when I was 18 years old. And all of a sudden, it's easier for me to relate. And so, like this, hopefully, life teaches you a lot of things along the way. Like, I'm old enough to have lived a lot of things. And so, but, all of this to say that we stand in solidarity with our black and brown brothers and sisters, and we hope that um, the situation will improve for everyone quickly.
Yeah, for humanity. I mean, we just need to keep working together, loving each other, being kind. Um, and Canadians are intrinsically all of those things, I think. So, but yeah, no, I think we're on the right track in the arts community. We're of being inclusive and trying to be supportive wherever we can, and we'll continue to do so.
Yeah.
And we hope
So,
that everyone will tune in on Friday night. And
well, actually, what do people have to do to get to
well,
the concert on Friday?
you can get a ticket or tickets to our show via the Vivacity Facebook page. There's a link in our Instagram bio. You can also go to the Timucua webpage or the Timucua Facebook page to purchase
Or
your
even
ticket.
my personal page, I just posted it today.
I think Alen did too, as well. So there's lots of options in my personal page on Facebook, Heather Thorne. So yeah, they're available, and it was really neat. We've done one other live stream right near the end of the quarantine, or right after the end of the quarantine, a week and a half after that. And some people are out of work, so they may buy a ticket just for their whole family, just get one ticket. That's the beautiful thing about watching from home on one TV. And then other people, if they had 6 people watching, they bought 6 tickets. So we understand where everyone is coming from, and every little bit helps. So if you are able to get a ticket or a couple tickets or make a donation towards all 3 of these worthy causes, the UNCF, the Vivacity band musicians who have been out of work for 3 months, and the Timucua Arts Foundation who have not been able to host live performances, then we certainly appreciate anything that you're able to do.
And I want to stress the fact that, for musicians whose livelihood depends some entirely on live performance, and
Mm-hmm.
some of them, like, they have like some recordings and stuff which were still stopped for a long time, like they have had no work, no money for more than 3 months now. So, consider that, like, if you are a working person, think about these folks who, make our lives better. They make everybody's lives better. And
Absolutely. But for this Friday, you can get your family together or the people that you've been quarantining with, and watch from your living room, and maybe pour a nice glass of wine and get a pizza and just relax and enjoy. And you can get dressed up, or you can dress down to your pajamas, or what your birthday suit, whatever you want to do, however you're comfortable, and have as good a time as you can. That's the next best thing, I think, right?
yeah, and there are some advantages, exactly. Like,
Yeah, that
you
you
don't
can
have to
wear your
drive.
birthday suit.
You don't have to drive before or after, so that kind of frees you up a little bit to party a little bit more, if that's what you fancy. And then, you can dance around, and you just make room and dance around in your place, and not feel, if it's only with your kids, then only your kids will laugh at you. So that's not
Perfect.
for me. That's a very usual and habitual thing. So I'm not. It doesn't throw me off at all. So that's what it is. So I hope that everyone is going to go to the link, and get your tickets to see Vivacity streamed live on Friday night at 7:30 p.m.
Yes.
Check
Thank
it
you so
out.
much for having me, and we're looking forward to to being there in a safe way. And we'll see you
Yeah.
on Friday.
And after that, you got 2 more before the end of the year.
Oh yes, we have our Veterans Day show. I believe it's November 8th. It's whatever that Sunday is. And then we have our Christmas show with Adrian Cunningham again in December. And I believe that date is December 15th. I should have looked this up before we started. But
Well, we got
we'll
some
be on
time.
the calendar.
We have
We've
some
got
time to
time.
tell everyone. But still, let's do some more interviews to let people know
Yeah,
exactly
sounds
what
great. We'll probably do a Christmas in July sale for the Christmas tickets too. So
yeah.
stay tuned on all the social media for all that information.
Very cool. Thank you, Heather Thorne, for talking
Thank
to
you,
me.
Bella.
Yeah,
Merci
see you soon.
beaucoup. Bye.